Hi, all. This is Ria. Today, I want to talk about self forgiveness. That is a big subject. So, if you are stuck beating yourself up for past mistakes, I really don't want this for you. So, I hope that you will get some tips from today's video to learn how to release and let go of this toxic guilt that's haunting you. I do believe that it's important. I mean, that it's best when you want to learn life lessons to learn from somebody who has been both equally bad at something and good at it. If you really sucked at something and then you mastered whatever skill it is, I think people can relate to you and learn from your experience. And I can tell you for sure that I was really, really terrible at forgiving myself. I am a perfectionist, and I have made some mistakes that were haunting me, and I could not release them. I could not forgive myself until I really learned to, and it was absolutely freeing. So I am going to share whatever tools I have applied for myself and whatever tools I have also learned through my coaching and given to others. So, first of all, I want you to really know something. Perfection is nonsense. It doesn't exist. It's not achievable. You've got to let this one go. Okay, people, please let it go. No, don't waste your energy in this. Nobody's perfect. You've got to let this go. Secondly, we all make mistakes. Whatever mistakes you have made in the past, we have to let go today, but be aware because it's important we stay heads on with our reality. You will make more. You will screw up again. You will make mistakes, and that's okay. That's okay. The way you want to look at mistakes is and failures is uh, you want to look at these as life lessons. Okay, it's almost like if the universe is nudging you to go in a different direction. You tried something, it was bad, it didn't work out. The universe, you should just then be like, oh, okay, that doesn't work, let me try something else and move on. You will make mistakes, nobody's perfect, just embrace it. Okay, all right. Now here's another thing, and I've coached people, and I've been in a recent situation with a client where he was in a situation where he'd made mistakes and he was beating himself up and he was stuck in that cycle of guilt and painful cycle. And we were talking about that particular mistake that he made, and I kept on asking him questions about his intention. But what was the intention behind this one decision that he made? So he made a decision. He made a decision to get himself and some people that he loved out of a messy situation. He tried to literally protect people and get everybody out of trouble. It turns out that this decision created more trouble. But at the time when he made that decision, of course, he was not looking to create more trouble. I kept on asking him, what was your intention? His intention was to get everybody out of the mess. And at the time that he made that decision, he used every possible skill and knowledge that he had and went for this one decision because he thought that was the best one, the best possible thing to do to bring the best possible outcome with everything that he knew at the time. It turned out that it was a decision that had very negative effects on his life, and then he had to pay the consequences. And but the intention behind it was he was doing the best that he could with what he had. And we had to repeat this quite a few times until it could really resonate with him. At the time, I mean, he didn't show up that day thinking, how can I screw up my life today? What kind of nonsense can I do to really make my life a shitty, like a living hell? He wasn't thinking this. He was trying to really do the right thing. It turns out that afterwards, then people came up with other possible solutions and ideas, and were like, well, you should have done this, or you could have. People, please don't surround yourself with people who tell you should have or could have, because this is nonsense and this is not helpful. It keeps you stuck in that cycle of guilt. So, anyway, this client finally got to the realization and to the acceptance level of saying, I did the best that I could with what I knew. And as I was telling him, so what else could you want from you? What else could you want from anyone? What else could you, how can you not forgive yourself when you did the best that you could? So, here is another thing I want you to do. I also want you to look at yourself in the mirror. Face yourself, and this is going to be uncomfortable. Face yourself and tell your story of what happened. And then give yourself the best possible defense, as if you were your attorney. Or maybe as if you were somebody's attorney. Give it you all, the best possible defense. This is what I did, and this is why, and this is why, and this is why, and this is why. And then sit with it. Like, if you were the jury in that courtroom, would or the judge, and you could see clearly that the person has the best of intentions when making that decision, would you not forgive them? Like, would you want to punish them? So if you can do this, look at yourself in the mirror, forgive yourself, tell the whole story, put on the best defense, and understand your intentions, and then you can release. Look at yourself and release. And if that's not helpful enough, think of something else. Imagine that it's not you who made the mistake, but somebody that you love, your sister, your daughter, whoever, somebody that you truly love, a good friend, and they're going through this situation where they've made a mistake and they're beating themselves up for it, and they tell you the story, and you can see how much suffering they're stuck in. Why would you tell them? Wouldn't you want them to release this? Would you want to tell them that it's okay, that it was a mistake, and that it's okay, that nobody's perfect, and to move on, and that it's not such a big deal, and to try to see the bright? Wouldn't you want to be encouraging? Wouldn't you have some sort of compassion and empathy for them? And think of another thing. This one cracks me up, and I've heard it from somebody else. Imagine that people could hear the way you talk to yourself. All that nonsense and that horrible stuff, that harsh, judging, terrible stuff that you tell yourself. Imagine if people could hear it from the outside. I mean, people would want to institutionalize you if they could hear how you speak to yourself. So just quit it, okay? Quit it. Don't talk to yourself like this. Be kind to yourself. Be more accepting. You would forgive others if they had done this. So just release, and understand that you know you can make these decisions. You're waiting for outside circumstances to whatever make this happen, so you don't feel guilty anymore. You can forgive yourself, but this is not coming from the outside. Only you can do this for you. And it's a mental decision, the same way that you will decide that, no, I'm not gonna eat that other cookie today. You make that decision. Nobody's stuffing that food in your face. You make it. You can also release. You can release your past mistakes. You can forgive yourself the exact same way. It's a mental decision. You don't want to be stuck in the past and endless suffering. What's the point? When you're stuck in the past, you're stuck in endless suffering. When you're stuck in the future, you're stuck thinking of the future. You're stuck in endless anxiety. The best thing you can do for yourself is to be truly present in the now and enjoy this now moment by really, really embracing it and being fully here. So I am begging you, release those mistakes. Forgive yourself. Nobody's perfect. I am sure you did the best you could. You have got to love yourself enough to understand that you're only human. You made mistakes. You're gonna screw up again, and that's okay, because we're here to learn from our mistakes. We're here to make them, learn from them, and release them. So I absolve you. I want to release this for you, but I can't. So I sure hope you're going to be able to do it for yourself. And if nobody has told you yet today, you are loved unconditionally. I'll talk to you soon.